Hey there, everybody. This is your girl, Dr. Avis. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm excited to be able to chat with you for a quick second this evening. I am I'm pissed. That's why I'm going live tonight. I'm getting straight to the point. And if you are a Black woman, let me just say you should be too, because this is all about how you are being underpaid and what you need to do instead in order to make that paper. As you come into the room, let me quickly introduce myself and then we will jump right into what I want to chat about this evening. So, my name is Dr. Avis. I am a world famous something. No. I am an award-winning author. That's what I am. I'm an award-winning author. I'm an international speaker. I am a multi-seven-figure CEO and the creator of the Summer of Seven series. You can go right now and sign up for our very next class, which is happening this coming Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, where I will be sharing with you my high ticket client attraction formula. If you want to know how to get high ticket clients attracted to you like a magnet, then you'll want to go right now and sign up at summerofsevenseries.com. That's summerofsevenseries.com. Hey there, Jewel. Great to see you. Had to put on my glasses because, not only am I typically blind without my glasses, I'm even more blind today without my glasses because I had an appointment with the eye doctor and they dilated my pupils. So really, if my sight was bad before, it's worse right now. Okay. Hopefully it'll be back to normal by tomorrow. So I'm going to make this super quick and super straight to the point because it's a very serious matter I want to talk about tonight. And I want to share it because I'm hoping that it will inspire somebody out there to do what they need to do in order to correct this foolishness. I mean, really, there's no other way to say it, right? Because that's exactly what it is. So, what got me all ticked off today? Well, what got me ticked off today was I took a look at the latest research that was produced by the National Partnership for Women and Families. And they produced some new research on the wage gap. And let me just tell you, hey there, DLN. Hey there, Hope. Great to see you. Let me just tell you why I was really even looking for that data. The reason why I was looking for that data today was because um, typically Black Women's Equal Pay Day falls in August. And what Black Women's Equal Pay Day refers to, it is the day in which the typical Black woman has to work in the new year in order to make the amount of money that the typical white male made at the end of the previous year. Okay. And typically, Black Women's Equal Pay Day falls in August. So actually, the other day, I was looking to find out which day it fell on. Now, it falls on different days every year because these statistics are calculated every year. So it's not the same. The data is not stagnant. Okay. So it's all those calculations are all made annually. So every year it's a different day for Black Women's Equal Pay Day. Hey there, Vanetta. Hey there, Sheila. Great. Hey, Lisa. How you doing, girl? Great to see y'all. So I was looking to find out, well, which day is Black Women's Equal Pay Day going to fall on this year? What I found was that Black Women's Equal Pay Day wasn't going to fall until September 22nd this year. I was like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? In all my life of doing research around Black women's economic power and our reality in this nation, all my years in working in think tanks, some of the most prestigious think tanks in Washington, D.C., all my years as being the editor in chief of the Black Women in America report, I've never, ever known Black Women's Equal Pay Day to fall in September and damn near towards the end of September, September 22nd. So I was like, what the hell is going on? Well, what is the wage gap then for Black women? What is going on? And what I found when I looked to find the actual wage gap for Black women this year, I found out that literally it had fallen off a cliff. Just fallen off the cliff. Last year was more around where it typically falls for Black women, unfortunately, over the past several years. It was around 63 cents to the dollar, meaning that the typical Black woman makes about 63 cents for every dollar that the typical white male makes. What I found was in 2022, the Black woman's gap was all the way down to 58 cents to the dollar. So now Black women in 2022, the typical Black woman only makes 58 cents for every dollar that the typical white male makes. And I was shocked, appalled, angry, plain pissed off, if you really want to know. And it just really further, I know, Sheila, it's crazy. It just really further cemented for me why I do what I do. You know, for years, I've run those numbers. I know those statistics intimately. I've written reports on those for years and years and years. And I have never seen, never seen in my career in this space, which spans the gap of about 2 decades. First of all, that big of a drop off from one year to the next. That is a huge statistical shift to go from 63 cents to the dollar to just 58 cents to the dollar. That's a huge statistical shift. But to see it get to this point, as I said, I do not remember the last time that Black Women's Equal Pay Day fell in actual September and towards the end of September. What that means, let me put that into context and remind you what I just said. That means that the typical Black woman has to work January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and then all the way to September 22nd of 2022 to make what the typical white male made by December 31st, 2021. That's what that means. And when you think about it like that, you should be pissed off. You should be angry. You should be upset. Because if there's one thing I know, it's not that Black women are working less. We are still the most likely demographic group of women to work in America. It's not like Black women are any less brilliant than we were the year before. It's not like we have a reduced work ethic that we've ever had since, I don't know, ever since we've been here. What the hell? And so, you know, when I see statistics like that, I get pissed. Okay, clearly I get a little pissed. Thank you. We have always worked. Got that right. Okay. Which is why trying to calm down, y'all. I'm trying to calm down. Okay. Which is why it is so important. It is so important that we do not allow our economic future to be in the hands of institutions that do not give a damn about us, that do not give a damn about our families, that do not give a damn about our aspirations, our future, our hopes, our dreams, our capabilities. Why are we spending our whole lives and efforts and genius in these spaces where the bare minimum you can do is pay me fairly? The bare minimum. And we've yet to experience that. So this is why, quite frankly, this is why, for me, it's so important. It's so important to have the power to write your own checks. Period. So if you wonder why I am this, entrepreneurial evangelical, if that is a thing, evangelist for entrepreneurship. I guess that's a better way to say it. If you wonder why I'm someone that keeps on talking about not only getting paid, but getting paid your worth, this is why. Imagine for 20 years seeing piss poor data like that. And then this year, seeing it get worse. I got a right to be angry. I got a right to be hostile. Right? Call me an angry black woman. I will take it because I deserve to be angry about this shit. And so do you. And so I'm saying all this to say, if you are waiting for someone external to you to pay you what you are worth, good luck. We have given this nation damn near 250 years of free labor. Free. And since the emancipation, we have yet to experience fair pay. And guess what? 2022, you're going backwards. Congratulations. Lord have mercy. So I'm sharing this with you to say it's time for a revolution. And to me, the revolution is about understanding that you don't have to allow your entire future to be in the hands of institutions who I just said and who the data shows really don't give a damn about you. If they're not giving you the basic respect of paying you what the bare minimum of what you deserve. Why? Why? It's like that analogy about casting your pearls before swine. That's what I feel like we're doing. So here's a thought. Work for your damn self. Pay your damn self. Charge appropriately so you can make what you're worth. And then you don't have to sit in your elder years, because I've done that research too. And let me just tell you, if you think these numbers are bad, you look at the numbers as related to Black women in their retirement years. Let me just say it gets fucking worse. It gets worse. Don't get better. So here's what I'm saying. Nobody's coming to save us. We got to save ourselves. And we save ourselves by doing for ourselves. Now, I do want to say that this is not some epiphany that only I have thought of. Once again, if you look at the statistics, Black women are more likely than any other demographic group in this nation to start our own businesses. That is wonderful. We get it. We know what's happening to us in the workplace. And we like, this ain't working for me. It's like you're breaking up with, good job. This is not working for me. This is not good for me. I need to distance myself from this abuse. But the challenge is that when we do that, we still oftentimes undercharge for what we do. And so the typical Black woman-owned business makes less than any other woman-owned business in America. Boom. Congratulations. It doesn't do good. It doesn't do yourself good. to go through the challenge and the hard work and the effort and the time and the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into building a business if you aren't charging enough to make enough money to make that time worthwhile? Do you realize that the typical Black woman owned business only makes about $24,000 a year in revenue? It's crazy. Not even in the six figures. I say all this to say we need a revolution. The revolution is not only about being able to have the power to write your checks, it's about being able to have the power to write yourself the big checks, the checks with several zeros, the checks that let you recoup that million that you would have lost had you stayed in the workplace to continually get underpaid for freaking 30 years. Those kind of checks. And the reason why I do what I do is because that's what I want to teach you how to do. Woo. Elaine says she's struggling with that undercharging part. My demographics only pay for my services. I'm worried I'll lose clientele. Elaine, I'm so glad you said that. Because here's what I would suggest. You need to elevate to attract. Oftentimes to attract those people who can pay. Because what I would say, you said, my demographic is struggling to pay for my services. My question to you is, who is your demographic specifically? Your ideal client is somebody that can afford to pay for your services. And then if you want to provide some donations to other people, you can help other people in that way. But if they can't afford your services, they're not your ideal clients. So my suggestion to you is that you need to elevate what you're doing to attract a buyer that is happy to write you the checks, to swipe the cards, to give you the payments that you deserve for what you do. You need to attract a new demographic. And when I say a new demographic, if, for example, like demographic is a big word. So if I'm just going to continue to use this example, if you are saying, Elaine, that your demographic is Black women, and that's still a very broad demographic, right? I've mentioned these wage gaps and all the challenges that Black women face, but there are also a very healthy cohort of very well-paid, well-resourced, wealthy Black women. Middle class, upper middle class, and up Black women. So it's about, how do you get in front of those people? How do you attract those people instead of attracting those who can't afford what you do? Right? That is the ticket. Well, funny you asked that, Angelica, because that's exactly it's a process. And so my next series, my next training in my Summer of Seven series is about specifically that. How do you attract high ticket buyers? It's my high ticket buyer client attraction formula, my high ticket client attraction formula, right? It is happening Sunday night, this coming Sunday night at 7 p.m. You can sign up right now at summerofsevenseries.com because I will be breaking it all the way down in that training. That is a 90-minute training, okay? Come with your notebook ready to take notes, Elaine. I will be able to go into much more detail there. Absolutely. Because you have to elevate to attract to a different demographic. And I'm so glad you brought that up, because here's one of the things I will say. A lot of us are heart-centered entrepreneurs. A lot of us are saying, well, I want to help these people and these people can't afford me. Let me tell you, you will be in a much better position when you are able to help the people who can afford you, that can pay you so much that in the overflow, you can maybe help those people that can't afford you if you choose to. Right? but don't try to build a business. You know, I don't, it's not my methodology that I teach my clients to build a business among people that are financially struggling. It is a race to the bottom. You do not want to be, for example, in a price war with your competitors about who can do it cheaper. That is a game you will never win. That is a game you will never win. Number one. Number two, it's sad to say this, but it's true. Oftentimes, the lowest ticket buyers are the most difficult demographic to work with because they don't have a lot of skin in the game. So they may or may not show up. They may or may not implement, or maybe they just have a whole lot of things. I don't know. But what I have found is that people that are more highly invested show up. People who are more highly invested do the work. And when that happens, guess what? People who are more highly invested get results. And when that happens, guess what? People who are more highly invested then can be great testimonials for you. And when that happens, guess what? Then you can take those testimonials and use them to help attract you more high ticket buyers. It becomes a cyclone that goes in a positive direction versus, a cyclone that looks like it's going down a drain. There's a whole different methodology around selling high ticket and not. And I want you to know that it is not any harder. It is not harder to sell something high ticket than it is to sell something low ticket. But the marketing has to be very different, and your sales skills have to be refined to be able to speak that language. That is the difference. Because how many of you just said they're having a hard time your prices right now? Honestly, I don't know your prices, Elaine, and you're saying that it's people are having a hard time buying you. Affording you. My guess is you're probably underpriced already, and you probably know that. And people are still hemming and hawing about how they can't afford you. Right? So the thing is, we have to elevate to the level that is commiserate with those people who are looking for quality, not cheap, who are looking for the best, not what they can get for the least amount, who are looking for the solution, getting it right the first time, high quality touches and customer service, versus those people who are not any more loyal than being able to get it for $5 cheaper someplace else. These are two completely different types of people. And you need to show up differently to attract them. When you attract, you have to show up differently in order to attract those people who are at that higher frequency. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly right, D. Ellen. D. Ellen says, do not let your clients determine your value. Boom. That is a quotable right there. So freaking true. So freaking true. So, with that said, I'm not going to be on here forever tonight, but I just wanted to share with you this little message about this is our ticket to freedom. Our ability to create our own wealth by growing our own businesses, by charging what we deserve, by understanding how to attract those people who will pay what we're worth. And then on the other side of that coin, obviously servicing them at the highest of levels so they will buy from us again and again and again. This is the ticket. And when you're able to do that, you have the cash flow that you need to be able to invest in other wealth building vehicles like the stock market, like real estate, like other things that you can invest in. But if you are in a place financially where you're just being able to bring in enough to cover your expenses, you won't be able to make those investments that you can make in your business as well as in other spaces in order to grow your wealth. It's all connected. It is all connected. It's about being not only financially free, it's about building a life that you love. It's about understanding that you are worthy of more. And it's about treating yourself by exposing to yourself to the environments that you need to be in to learn how to get it and then following through. It is that simple. So, with that said, I just want to one more time close out by inviting you to my next class in the Summer 7 series. Because in this class, I will be sharing with you my high ticket client attraction formula. You will want to be in the building because this is about getting your marketing at the frequency that it needs to be, such that it can be a beacon to those people who are high ticket buyers. I'll give you one last example and then I'll let you go. A lot of times people are afraid to charge high ticket because they're afraid nobody will buy. What I want you to wrap your brain around is that when you charge too low, high ticket buyers will not buy. They will definitely not buy because they will assume that you're not of high quality. And then the low ticket buyers are still hemming and hawing about what you're charging. It's true. I'll give you a quick example. Another company that I have, we were vetting potential producers for a sizzle reel that we were looking to put together. And we were speaking to this gentleman based in Hollywood, spent many years working for CBS, apparently an Emmy Award winning producer. So he came with all the great credentials. And, we met him. He had a very good meeting with him. And then it comes time for the quote. And then he tells us that for him to be able to put together the sizzle reel for us, he would charge us $3,000. And we were looking at him like, what? Like, did you really work for CBS? Did you really win an Emmy? I mean, it just seemed like ridiculously low for someone of those supposed qualifications. Now we're questioning everything. We're questioning because for us, it wasn't the price. That was the, and he probably thought, oh wow, they didn't buy for what was my price too high? No, your price was too low. That's the type of buyer that you want. You want the buyer that's looking for quality and is willing to pay for it. And what I'm telling you is that the type of buyer that is looking for quality and is willing to pay for it will not trust that you can deliver on the other end of a bargain basement price. Period. Point blank, period. Thank you, Dr. Shana. Point blank, period. With an exclamation point, highlighted, underlined. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, Cherise. I just really want you to know that you're worth it. And the thing that saddens me is that I think for a lot of us, the biggest chasm between us getting paid what we're worth and charging what we're worth is that deep down inside, we have bought into the lie that we're not worth it, that we don't deserve it, that we're not good enough, that we're not smart enough, that whatever, we're not enough. We've sort of bought into those lies. And so we tamper down our pricing because we tell ourselves, well, if they'll just pay this and then they can see how good I am, and then I can raise my prices, but you don't raise your prices. And ain't nobody gonna pay you more voluntarily. If I'm lying, I'm dying. So, what I'm asking you to do is to embrace the fact that you have to believe in you first, that you have to understand your value first before anybody else will. And you have to be okay with the fact that you ain't for everybody. Those people that can't afford you aren't your people. Point blank, period. Not to say anything bad about them. I'm sure they're perfectly nice people, but they're not your people. Your people are the type of people that want it done right the first damn time. Your people are the type of people that want good quality customer service. Your people are the type of people who respect what you do and are willing to pay you accordingly. That's your people. There are billions of people on this planet. You cannot tell me you cannot find enough of those types of people to make you millions. Period. I want to tell you you can. I want you to know that you can. I want you to respect the gift that is in you enough not to give it away for pennies on the dollar. I started this off by telling you that the typical Black woman in the workplace, as of this year, makes only 58 cents to every dollar that her white male counterpart makes. Pennies to the dollar. She has to work January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and all the way up to September 22nd to make what the typical white male earns by December 31st of 2021. Do not escape that reality only to underpay your damn self. Period. Period. So if you are with me with that notion, I expect to see you on Sunday. I expect to see you on Sunday for my 7-figure client attraction formula training as part of my Summer of 7 series. Sign up right now at summerof7series.com. It is completely complimentary. Thank you. I want you all to be there, but more than be there, I want you to really be there with bells on, pens, paper, ready to take notes, get the work done, listen to what I'm saying, and then implement. It's not enough to know what to do when you don't do it. Okay? But I really want you to come ready to up level the type of clients you attract, because when you do that, everything changes. Everything changes. I will tell you, high ticket clients are a joy to work with. I have one of mine right here in the feed right now. Hey there, Sheila. They're a joy to work with. I mean, honestly, that's what you want. That's what you want. Okay. So with that said, you're registered already. Awesome, Benita. I look forward to seeing you there. Hey there, Dr. Gail. Hey there, Gail. Look forward to seeing you. Hey there, Angelica. Hey there, Natasha. Wonderful. We got several signups in here. I can't wait to see more. Thank you so much, Dr. Sheena. And I'm excited. Listen, y'all, I'm putting my blood, sweat, and tears into this training. I'm not even playing on Sunday. Okay. I'm giving you good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. So you come ready, and I cannot wait to share, especially on the back of this data. Sister ain't holding it back. Okay. So I'm looking forward to seeing you registered too. Awesome. I wish I knew who it was. I would shout you out specifically. Okay. But I look forward to seeing you all there Sunday at 7 p.m. Get ready. It's going to be on and popping. All right. So I'm excited too. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. I'll see y'all later. Take care, guys. Bye.